What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to be shooting an elephant gun at long distance. I'm going to be shooting a 416 Ruger at 300 yards, and I'm going to be using some hand loads. And I want to see what kind of accuracy I get at 300 yards with my rifle. This is a Ruger M77 guide gun, and it has a 20-inch barrel. And let me show you guys what I'm going to be shooting. So I'm going to be using some TTSX bullets, and this is what they look like. Okay, very long bullet. It's a solid copper bullet, 350 grains, so it's very heavy. And this is a loaded round. And so these are hand loads, and these are going at around 2,525 feet per second out of the muzzle. So that's right around 5,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And at 300 yards, this bullet will drop around 8 to 10 inches with a 200-yard zero. And it'll retain around 3,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy and around 2,100 feet per second of velocity at 300 yards. So still a ton of energy and enough velocity for proper expansion. So I want to see what kind of groups I get. Can I turn this elephant gun into a sniper rifle? What do you guys think? What kind of group am I going to get? Is it going to be like a massive group, or is it going to be pretty tight? And eventually I plan to do some penetration tests at long distance and short distance with this load. The reason why I developed this load was I wanted a hunting load for the 416 Ruger that could be used at longer distances. And this 350 grain TTSX has a pretty good ballistics coefficient of 0.44. So it has a really good ballistics coefficient, and it's heavy. Now, I did have to compress my powder quite a bit in that 416 Ruger case because this bullet is just so long, but it has a really good ballistics coefficient, 5,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, still holding on to 3,000 foot-pounds at 300 yards. To me, this is the perfect load for North American dangerous game hunting. For example, grizzly bear hunting. I'm going to be using this load this coming fall for bear hunting in Pennsylvania and Tennessee. We have some really massive bears here in Pennsylvania. They get up to like 800 or 900 pounds, no kidding. So this is a perfect load for hunting large game, class 3 game or bigger. This would also be a good load even for Africa, for hunting some of the big five at longer distances, because it still has that 5,000 foot-pound energy requirement for Africa, and it has the caliber requirement. Let's see what happens, guys. And if you're interested in this cartridge cuff, check out Mason Leather. Use my promo code NY10 to get 10% off your entire order. And I love this cartridge cuff because it holds my 416 Ruger cartridges nice and snug. So when I'm out in the wilderness and I need a quick reload, I can easily pop them out, and doesn't require a lot of energy to get them out in a stressful situation. All right, guys, 300 yards, 416 Ruger, 350 grain, TTSX Handloads, 2,525 feet per second, 5,000 foot-pounds. Look at this group. This is absolutely insane for a big bore. Check that out. These squares are 1 inch by 1 inch, so I guess that's probably like an 1.5 inch group at 300 yards. That's impressive. Check that out. Absolutely insane. Looks like I was about 1 or 2 MOA low. I was aiming for this red diamond. I gotta come up another MOA or 2 at 300, but I'd say that's more than enough for bear or moose or caribou. Really impressed with how tight that group is. Definitely wasn't expecting that. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. 416 Ruger can be a sniper rifle. So take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 P's. Prepare, practice, and persevere.